Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome in. Hi, Speedier Tulip. What's up? We are going to be painting today. I hope you guys all had a nice, are having a nice weekend. Also, let me know if you're having issues with the sound or anything. I play with them all the time, but it's mostly a shot in the dark. Speedier Tulip says, I'm sick with it. I'm sick after an all-county concert. Oh my gosh! That's a lot at work, so I guess I'm not surprised. It's not like the most surprising thing. Hi. Oh, look, it's Bayleaf. We still have the beautiful Bayleaf hanging out with us. I love Bayleaf. Okay, this is the Bayleaf love channel for anyone who doesn't remember. I'm really sorry to hear that you're sick. Oh my gosh. That sucks. I hope you get to take it easy today then. I will show you guys what we are working on today. iPad. So here's what we have right now. It doesn't look like anything yet, but I'm fine with that. You know what? I figure we start earlier and then I can kind of show you guys what it will become later, you know? So yeah, we're just kind of vibing. Spirit Tube says, it's fine, thank you. Oh my goodness, that is so crazy though. I feel like, so I got COVID, Tosh, no, you're not a bad mod. What are you talking about? Aren't you live right now? Tosh, it's okay. You are pardoned for anything that you think that you have done. I was just talking about how I got COVID over like January, and it was so scary because like everybody was getting COVID and like nobody knew anything about the Omicron variant, and like it was spreading like wildfire, and like there was nothing I could do not to get it because my roommate like works in a restaurant, so like that's like one of the most dangerous professions that you could be in. So yeah, it was like a whole thing, but I'm fine now. It was just really, I feel like it's still scary to be sick because you still have that like looming over everything. But I mean, I don't know where I am, and it's like a very small population. So it doesn't feel, not like it feels good, like we all feel fine, but it feels better than it used to. Like it's not as scary anymore. To be saying, it doesn't feel like it's as prevalent because it was really bad. Like I really wanted us to go in another lockdown, bad earlier. So it's kind of calmed down now. But I just live in like, I think I live in the most, at least last time I checked, I live in the most highly vaccinated state. So it's like it's a relatively safe state, you know? It's just like, I mean, I guess it's the most safe on that metric, but you never know. OMG, I love your hair. I wonder who wrote that. Could it be Matt? Could it be Jim Matt? Hello, welcome in. What is up? I'm doing an art. We be doing an art. Actually, that's a good color. Who says that? Doing an art. Yeah, I think that should be my new catchphrase, is doing an art. Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a nice weekend so far. I tried to take a poll based off of like what times would work for everybody for a potential second stream, and literally like everybody had different days. So I have no idea what day I'm gonna pick. I might mix it up, because that way at least then, you know, we're hitting some people. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm excited though. I think I'm actually gonna be able to stream more in April, so we'll see how long it lasts, but I think it'll be fun. we're gonna be able to do so much stuff because I want to do so much stuff with you guys. It's so hard to get through games when I only stream like basically a game once a week. So we'll probably mostly game, and then like I'll art whenever I feel like it. I like how Tosh and I have the same badges but a different color on the train. Oh, I guess I didn't know they made differentiations on the train. That's cool. I like don't know anything about Twitch. I just show up and and stuff just happens, which is fine by me. You know, I don't have any complaints. I'm gonna start uploading some of my emotes too, I think, to Twitch. Because now we have the Umbreon eats popcorn emo, and we have the Sprigatito. Is that how you say that cat's name? Sprigatito? Sprigatito? I don't know. All I know is it's Leaf Cat. I love Leaf Cat. And that is as far as my brain got. But we have some more emotes, so I'm going to start bringing them over once I decide which one. Like, I'm going to make more, so once I decide what we're doing, we'll do that too, which will be so much fun. Purple is superior, Fauna. I do love the color purple. It do be a great color. But I think Tasha's is like gold, so that's like, you know, you can't fault gold. It's still, you know, there's no, I'm not gonna, no favoritism on the colors. I don't want to get canceled again, okay? Like, please don't cancel me today. Nah, pain and gold. Okay, true. You guys are not gonna be able to tell what this is yet. Hang on, let me just add some more details in so it starts to look like something, and then maybe it will make more sense. I'm just trying to do, it'll be like buildings and stuff, so like that's obviously a tunnel. And then like this is going to be a building. I mean, it is a building, but it's that'll be like the roof. I had another painting I wanted to do with you guys today, but I'm just easily distracted, and I'm not going to apologize for that. So there. Are you doing color shaming? Cancel. No, I mean, I was trying not to color shame. I love all colors. Heck, my favorite color literally was like gray. So like that's like all the colors. Like, have you ever seen a red gray versus a blue gray? They're like different worlds. So I feel like that was off topic. I feel like I just started talking about gray. Also, I have to tell you guys this because no one else is gonna care, but right before I started stream, I saw a TikTok on a jellyfish, and there is a giant deep sea dark jellyfish that's like enormous. Like, it has, the tentacles are like, I think it said 3 meters long, and they don't even call them tentacles. They relate them to arms, like water arms, because they're like, that's the way the jellyfish move. Terrifying. Truly never ever want to uncover anything else in the ocean. You know, if you guys do, that's your prerogative, but I honestly could go the rest of my life without having to discover anything in the ocean, because how do I put this? I value not being in the ocean. I value, like, they said it's so rare to see them because they are so far down in the ocean, and I was like, oh my god. I wish like nothing more than to never ever see this. Thing. So anyways, that's a thing that exists, that we know about. So just can't wait till we go even deeper into the ocean and find all the other stuff going on that will make it terrible. Isn't that going to be so much fun, guys? Tosh, unlocking next badge needs over 3,000 more bits. That is a lot of bits. Oh my god. Tosh, that's like a lot. Like, that's like 6 months of bits. That's ridiculous. How have you climbed so high? So yeah, anyways, the jellyfish is the last thing I've thought about. And pretty sure it's going to eat me. But you know what? Hopefully I'll be fine because I am not really deep into the ocean. But like every animal I've ever heard of us finding in the ocean, I have not been a fan of. They all sound horrifying. Like, you know that scene, if you guys watched Luca, where his like older uncle guy comes, his uncle fish like comes out and is like, I'll take you to my house and then we can go hang out there. And Luca's like, I'm not gonna be able to see anything, it's so dark there. And they're like, you'll adapt. It's just like that. Like even Luca, right, even the normal fish don't even want to go into the deep ocean. So like why are we going? I guess is my question. Why are we putting ourselves under this stress? Because I'm quite happy not being in the ocean or really knowing about what's in the ocean. The notification came now. It has been 15 minutes. I don't even... Mine says it went off 10 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. Ugh, notifications. I've just like given up. I'm like, you know what? Whenever people get here, that's when they get here. and I mostly just ramble in the beginnings. So I don't really feel like you're missing on anything because what am I really talking about other than terrifying jellyfish and probably what I ate for lunch, which today was chips. So I hope Pan doesn't show up because she always yells at me for not eating healthy. Because there was like one day where I just like ate saltines for breakfast and then I like felt sick later, and she was like, yeah, you know why you feel sick? It's because you had saltines for breakfast. And I was like, no, I don't think that could be it. That there's no way it has to do with the fact that I ate a bunch of saltines and nothing else. No, it couldn't be that. So anyways, I'm always judged. That's like more than 69 bits. That's like a lot more than 69 bits. But 69 bits is the perfect amount of bits, so what we gonna do about it, you know? Oh, that is not the right color. Or is it the right color? No, it's not. I'm trying to like gaslight myself into picking a different color. Absolutely not. Okay. That will be a house at some point. Yikes. I'm making them too big. I keep making the houses too big. That's what you guys should cancel me for, is having bad scale. Did you see what I put in the food channel? It says Warhammer. No, not yet. Hang on. I can look it up. Let me just like finish this. I want them to look like normal houses and stuff, you know? I'm making it look like the colors I'm picking are way different than what like the picture is. Food. Wait, what? What is this Warhammer? Is it popcorn or is it spicy popcorn? There's like a Tabasco thing, a container of popcorn. Jeanette, stop trying here and get back to your stream. Tasha's stream is just watching me stream. It's a streamception. That's fine, right? Fine. It's Tabasco popcorn. That is so cool. I actually am really, really bad at handling spice, I'll be honest, but that sounds very intriguing. Also, I have the window open, but I'm starting to get cold. But it's like almost 50 degrees here, which is, for Vermont in March, like super, super warm. So I'm getting a little excited. So I need like a really dark brown, so I mean, that is not, I said really dark brown and I got like a medium brown, but you know what? We're gonna be fine. Okay, so this building, oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm like doing these details when I'm not even freeform. This is supposed to be taller, so I'm making it taller. There we go. And then the whole building is supposed to be taller. So I'm just gonna raise the building. No big deal. No big deal. I'm just gonna raise buildings. You guys don't casually raise buildings in your spare time? It's next gen hosting. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't deal with this perspective anymore. It's time for me to fix it. Usually what I try to do is not go into perspective right away because I'm sorry, I'm like trying to think of it. Mostly because it can kind of like screw with you and like make you do too many details at once, but it's time. Hi, Cotton. Okay. Pika Pika. I don't know why that's the sound that is so endearing. Like, I feel like my favorite Pokemon noises are the Eevee noises, where it's like, Eva? Eva! Like, whatever sound Eevee makes in the Let's Go games, I think is so cute. I really like it. These are not helpful colors for seeing what the heck is going on. And I also like, oh god, what's the other noise? I like when Pikachu is more like Pika, and then he like says chew for a long time, you know, where he's like Pikachu, like that kind of sound. I feel like that's better. Cotton, Eevee reward when? Okay, fine. I'll do it today. Where's my to-do list? I don't have a to-do list. Why am I? Where's my to? I don't have one. Yes. You know what? I'll do it. Who cares? Where the heck is my horizon line? Okay. Think, Fauna. If the horizon line is where you start, the horizon line is actually really high. Doesn't make any sense. Guys, perspective is so annoying. I just do whatever I want. Let's be honest. Okay, how does that look? It looks bad. I don't like it. Okay, imagine a building there. Okay, goes up. I'm gonna put this in here. Oh god, I don't want 3-point right now. And we're gonna YOLO it. You're not that organized. Haha. Warhammer, I'm sorry. Have I led you guys astray? Did you guys think I was organized? Because I never promised organized. I did promise chaos, and I do feel like I deliver on that. Not really even on purpose. Just sort of is the way it goes. Cotton says, what is the horizon rule? Okay, so sometimes if you have issues finding your horizon line, like in some scenes, it's really easy to find your horizon line. And for anyone who doesn't know what a horizon line is, it's basically just like, it's the line where the viewer's eyes are supposed to be looking, I think. Like, I'm like half sure that's right. And so you use your horizon line to figure out like how other things in the view are placed. And I'm using it right now because I need to place my buildings in a way, like you can tell this building literally looks so wonky. So I'm trying to put a perspective grid on to fix it. And I was trying to do a horizon line, and the way that I think about, like, there's a cheat, basically. You kind of have to think still because some pictures will like confuse you, but you'll know where your horizon line is generally based off of like what you can see the top of and what you can see the bottom of. So like, let me just make a new canvas. I'll show you guys because it's cool. It's a cool trick if you can like understand it. So like if you're in a room and this is the ceiling, so like you got a ceiling, you know, There's like a painting on the wall. There's like a bureau or whatever over here. And then you've got the floor. So like you know, it's kind of it's a little messy, but like, oh wow, that's super light colored. Sorry, you guys probably can't see that. I'll make it darker. So like if you've got but Cotton says wait. Warhammer said I love using Hyper Beam on Groddle. Oh my god, right, you're playing Pokemon right now. Oh my god. I don't have a single Pokemon that knows High Beam? Who am I? Hyper Beam. I do have my Cresselia knows Moonblast, and it's so awesome. God, I saw an Eevee fan art. Yes, but it's not done. Someday I'll do one of these. I just don't know. I don't. You know, sometimes your inspiration is funny, so we will make this someday. But yes, I also did post to Instagram the other Eevee painting we did last week. Sorry, I'm like so easily distracted. But basically, like if I were to try to place a horizon line in here, I know that the horizon line has to be, oh god, I'm still using that really bright color. I know it has to be like somewhere in between, or not, I guess that's wrong. It has to be somewhere in here because I can see the bottom of the ceiling, but I can see the top of the floor. So I know the horizon line's probably like here, or it could be here, or whatever, but like I know it's in the middle of that. Versus, like, and let's see if I can even draw this. Like, if you're on the floor, and like, if you're on the floor, and you can just see, I guess I'm not gonna be able to draw this without a reference, but basically that's how you know where the horizon line is that you can see once you look to see if you can see the top of something, and you look to see if you can see the bottom of something, and then you know it's in between there, and then you just keep looking at objects to see if you can see the top or the bottom of it, and you like narrow it down. So like that's how the trick works, but mine is like weird because I'm you told me a rule for Windows. Sorry for caps. Oh, you're good. No, I'm like, I haven't got this beautiful. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm surprised you like it. I feel very meh on it. I just need to, like, I felt very inspired to paint the Eevee painting, and then, or I guess it's Leafeon, and then I did Leafeon painting, and I was like, oh, and so now we'll circle back to one day I'll just open up my iPad and I'll be like, oh, it's really good. I like it now, and then I'll just finish it. You told me a rule for Windows. What was the window rule? I'm trying to remember it, but I don't remember it right now. Also, this building is too small. I'm gonna do a couple things. This is a picture that I took when I was on a trip, and so I thought it would make it a little easier to paint. So hopefully it helps. Because lately I feel like the paintings we've been doing, like, I haven't been looking at a reference enough, so I need to look at more. Tosh! Tosh. Oh, look. Where did this come from? Tosh! Stop! Or, I mean, like, I guess you don't have to stop. But thank you so much for the 50 bits. You're too nice to me, as I always say. But thank you very much. Oh, look, my alerts are broken again. I don't mind it. I don't know why it keeps happening, but I don't mind it. Aw. Are you sure you want to delete all your alerts? Totally, yeah, it seems safe. Oh, it was the garden painting. Oh, yes, the perspective on that, like, 3-point window. I remember that now. Yeah, that was kind of tricky. I kind of just like I don't want to say I miffed it, but okay, this painting or this building is like the heart of the painting, so I'm gonna put it like, is that too big? I don't think it's too big. I think that or maybe it is too big. Sorry, I'm a very indecisive person, okay? I'm gonna put it there. I think that'll be good. I'm changing around my comp a bit because my actual picture is a bit of a different dimension, so I'm trying to make up for it. Everything will be fine. But basically, in my photo, can really just see the tops of everything, which means probably that my horizon line is pretty high up. I'm gonna try this horizon line, and sometimes I'm not very good at figuring out my perspectives often. Just not quite a skill that I've acquired yet. So I'm gonna just try it out to see where it puts the building, and then see if I do or don't like it. And like that is very weirdly centered. Like it should meet here. Yeah, so I don't like where it is. It takes me a really long time to do perspective. I was gonna try to just like not do it, but now my buildings look all wonky. So that be how it goes. Okay, let me try moving it up. In Warhammer, I think I missed this because I bought the TM. See, I was always so hesitant in Pokemon to like buy TMs because I'm just very, I don't know, I like hoard money in games. Like I have an actual problem. I'm a hoarder and I never ever want to spend any of my money. So like I end games consistently. Like right now in Pokemon Legend Arceus, I have $400,000. And like I'm not buying anything. Like I haven't bought any candies. I haven't bought like I'm barely mastering my moves. Like I'm not spending any money, even though I have $400,000. I guess I could expand my inventory like 2 times. That would take all my money, because that guy charges you a lot of money. I don't understand. Like I don't know. I'm not saying I love Korok seeds or anything, but I'm not sure if weird guy who takes money from you was the right way to do inventory expansion in Arceus, just because I hate him. Like, why do you get so much of my money? Okay, I'm gonna expand this and see where that goes. Boom, boom, boom. I'm building. That's like, this is pretty close. I don't hate this. Although, this is gonna be weird, but I think that everything... Oh, I don't want to do that. Sometimes if you guys are at all like me, it's easier to just draw what you want to draw and then like force your perspective to sort of work after it instead of picking a perspective first and then forcing it to work. Because sometimes that just doesn't. Sometimes it's sometimes it's not helpful if you need like a looser drawing experience, basically. Like that's too wide. This is literally how I draw. Okay, wait. Let me just. I'm gonna keep fiddling with this, but we can literally talk about anything else. I saw a really funny TikTok the other day that I wanted to tell you guys about. So obviously, most of you know that Robert Pattinson is Batman. And you also know that he was in Twilight. And one of the like funniest TikToks I've seen is someone just being like holding up a picture of Twilight, and it was like, no, I don't want to go see Robert Pattinson be all broody and dark and bat-like in a 2-hour-long movie. That sounds terrible. And then they like held up a picture of Batman, and they were like, yes, I do want to see a broody, bat version of Robert Pattinson for 3 hours. It sounds great. And I thought it was so funny because it's so true. So anyways, that's what I've been thinking about. I don't know if I like this either. It's a little better though. I don't hate it. It depends on if this building also looks good in it. Yeah, this is better. And not everything has to like be in perspective. It's just that, you know, some things should be. Cotton said, what are those two shapes? I know 2-point perspective, but how do they help? So it's not really about the shapes. It's more about like the way that the canvas acts when I have the two shapes be really far apart. So like if you look at where the perspective lines are now, they're going, you know, wherever it is they're going. Like one of the lines is like this line. Like this is here, let me bring this up. This is one of the lines that we get. And that's just where the perspective goes. And like this is another line. So that's kind of where I'm seeing the lines. When I put, oh God, don't do that. When I move them really close together, you can see that the new lines are way deeper down. So it really doesn't matter to me what shape this is. What does matter to me is that my horizon line stays level. Because if my horizon line isn't perfectly level, then everything is a little, like everything will align a little sideways. And also what matters to me is how distorted things get. So if the closer I am to these dots, I think the more distorted everything is. So like if you look at these edges, that would be like if a building were coming toward me, it would be very distorted. But if I move it really far away, it starts to get less distorted. So I basically just moved them far apart so that my stuff would be less distorted. It doesn't really matter to me the shapes of them. I just wanted the perspective to be less intense because I have a reference photo, so I'm just trying to match that. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. So like if this, can I share this? Is this gonna work? So for example, guys, this is actually my reference photo. So I took this, it's in Italy. I was standing on a bridge and so I'm really high up compared to like what I'm looking at, which is why the horizon line is so high, I think, because I'm kind of almost looking down a little bit. So everything that would be above the horizon line is sort of out of the frame. Not gonna lie, I was looking at Valentine, I missed everything. You know what, Cotton? Literally, I was also looking at Valentine. I was like, you know what is going on right now is my cat is moving. So I need to know about it ASAP. Honestly, all I'm saying is that the closer these points are, the less distorted your painting will be, and the closer those 2 points are to your painting, the more distorted you'll have everything. So it just has to do with how much I want stuff distorted, and I don't want anything distorted. So that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm also not going to super use this guide religiously. I'm just using it so that when I do this building, it's not gonna look super weird. Like I just want the building to look like a building and not like it doesn't have an actual 3D form. Like this. Because you can see now that building looks, it's not perfect, but it looks a lot better. It's okay, cat. I was literally looking at my cat and I was like, are you gonna do anything misbehaving? That was very helpful. I'm glad it was helpful. Speedier Tulip says, when I'm in your streams, you'll probably get at least one random question. So here's today's. Do you play any instruments? You seem like you'd be a clarinet player to me. So hilarious thing, when I was younger, I actually really wanted to be a clarinet player. I thought it was so cool. And I thought that I had friends who could play like clarinet kind of stuff, and I thought it was really cool, so I always wanted to do it. But I think a friend let me play hers once, and I did not realize how hard it was, and I did it one time and I was like, oh, this is really hard. So I was like, never mind. So I didn't want to play it anymore. I did when I was younger. My mom made me take piano lessons, so I used to play the piano. And I wasn't terrible at it, but I didn't enjoy it. And I can't really read music. So it's kind of a problem when you can't read music. Hang on. I'm checking the music. It's kind of a problem when you're in a class and you can't read your music, because the teachers don't like that and they want you to be better. And I was like, I don't care, just write the stupid letters on my book and I will play it, because I can read the notes on a keyboard, or C, A through G. And I knew which ones were which and I could play, but I couldn't read the music. So I couldn't just look at a sheet of music and be like, okay, if that's middle C, go up and play. I couldn't do it. I knew what the notes meant. I even knew what a half note was and a full note. I understood it all, except how much higher to go and stuff. It was too slow for me, so I ended up dropping it because I don't want to say bad, but not great at it. So I did not continue. But I actually can't, I'm not a terrible piano player. I just need music with it. I just need a little help. I just have to get used to the songs. So I can play piano. I can also play ukulele. So when I was in high school, I taught myself how to play ukulele, and I'm not the best. I still have issues with tempo strumming because I'm left-handed, but I learned how to play the ukulele right-handed because I didn't want to restring my entire ukulele. So I had to learn it backwards, and I think that I haven't recovered from it fully. It's really hard for me to sort of keep that going. So I have issues with that, but it's not terrible. I can play a song and you could sing along to it. I just sort of get a little crazy, but I can play All Too Well. I can play Champagne Problems, Cornelia Street. I play lots of Taylor Swift songs. I can play Bluebird by Christina Perri. And that's just the stuff I know off the top of my head. I've gotten better. I still can't play an E. Because E is, for some reason, E on guitar and ukulele and just any of those kind of instruments is so hard to play. It's a joke that it is the most difficult. You have to the frets that you have to go on are so hard. And that also is a sign. If I'm playing my ukulele, I play it this way, but when I'm doing it, I try to, my mind plays it this way because I'm left-handed. So even though I know how to play a ukulele like this, my brain still pretends that I do it left-handed. So I haven't really recovered from being left-handed at it. Speeder2 says, as a brass player, I'm going to say that clarinets have so many buttons. They really do. And I try, I'm not kidding. I tried to play it and it was I just made the most horrendous sound. It was and I was like, oh, that did not sound good. I thought you could just push buttons and blow air into it. But no, you have to also have breath control and stuff. And it's that's too much for me. I just came here to look at the pretty instruments. Gotcha. It can be difficult to read sometimes. Yeah, I could read it if you gave me time, but we didn't actually have time, It was okay, you need to start getting better at it. You're old enough now that you should be better. And I was like, okay, but I'm not. That's my cat, guys. She just does not care about us being here. All she's like, that's nice, Mom. Don't interrupt my bath time. Talented Fauna taking up all the skills. Leave some for us. Touch, I can't even play an E. I literally cannot play an E. Don't worry, there are plenty of skills. And what about your video editing? I cannot edit videos. Absolutely not. So don't even Tosh, you have nothing to stand on. Oh dear, I did not want to do that. Speedier 12 says, if you're left-handed, join the French horn gang. Oh, really? I've never even considered playing this. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up. Is that easy to play left-handed? Is that not a problem? Do you buy a left-handed one? Or is it the same? Nothing to stand on. It means like, basically like you can't come after me for it if you're also talented. Like you called me out for something, but you're also talented, so it means like nothing to stand on. Like it's like a saying, if I'm explaining it at all well. It is by default left-handed. Oh, maybe I'd be good at that, but I was not good at clarinet, so I will need to practice a bit. But it could be fun. Oh, I was called out, but no, you took all the talent. Oh, well, that's sweet that you think that. Are you left-handed? Yes, I am left-handed. I'm actually painting with my left hand right now. I've always been left-handed. My parents never really did that horrible thing where they like make you act like you're not left-handed, because I honestly don't think it would have worked. And they kind of thought it was dumb, so they never made me pretend to be right-handed. But I've always been left-handed, and it's always been annoying. Like, you can't use regular, like, the scissors they all buy. Every desk you go in has, like, that armrest for you to write on, but it's only for your right arm, so my left arm was just hovering, and then I just had, like, a wall to the right of me. I'm trying to think of other things. Just like everything in the world is made for right-handed people, you're actually statistically, I think, like more likely to get into like a accident if you like use heavy machinery, I think, because of like everything is made by default for people who are right-handed. It's kind of a weird thing. Tasha's my talent points are not yet refreshed. What are you talking about? You're amazing. Okay, I cannot get this roof to behave. Could this roof just like let me live my life? Thanks. Would be great. Meh. Okay. I play the Hi there, talking about music, I do play drums. Oh, really? I watched a really funny TikTok on someone playing drums on like a Disney movie, and it's like drums player who doesn't know what any of the noises make, and like, you know, like you hear the cymbal go like and then like they were still like playing the drums. So I thought it was really funny that you can obviously tell when someone is playing the drums over like actual drum song sounds. Speedier Chilip says, I play the French horn even though I'm right-handed, but it is difficult. It doesn't look easy. It's a really different instrument. For us, it looks right-handed. I know, I flipped it. Does everyone flip their camera? Because if I look at my camera unflipped, I don't like it. So you guys get flipped me, because I don't recognize non-flipped me. Who is she? I have no idea. I've never met her in my life. But this is the me that I know. So that's what you guys get. When you open up at least Twitch Studio and you like load your camera, it doesn't flip you, and automatically, like you can obviously change it, which I've done, but it doesn't flip you automatically. And every time it doesn't, it like I reload anything and I bring in a new camera, I'm always like, what is that? What's wrong with this room? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's not flipped. But it's like, you know, it's like accurate to me, I guess. It's hard to explain. I know that other people have better words for it. But yeah, no, I'm left-handed, so can't do a lot of random stuff as well as other people. But I mean, it's mostly fine. I felt the worst about it in middle school, I think, and that's just like when you feel bad about everything in America, at least, so not super surprising. Also, I can like not get this right, so I'm just gonna keep finagling it until I like it. I'm wondering if my... I think this is like a tad too high. There we go. It doesn't make a big deal. No one else in the world but me would notice something like that. But it was driving me crazy. So this hopefully will be more even. Perspective is kind of a bitch, if I'm being honest. Username Sarah says, I cannot read the musical sheets. Me either! I have to write the letters down. I can read it if you give me enough time. Like, I know what middle C is, and I know, like, all the... Like, I know how the scale works, and I know, like, where G on a keyboard is and whatever. But I can't, like, just look at music and go... That's where the brain power says, nah. But that's why I feel like ukulele has been, like, a lot of fun. Because you don't have as much of that pressure. At least that's how I have felt. I feel like playing ukulele has been a lot easier because you're not really expected to play the note. Like if you go to like ukulele tabs or whatever, like popular websites, they just have the notes and you just play them. Like I just feel like it's a weird way to do it, I guess. Like, if you look at like someone who wants to play piano, you know, you get your frets and you get all the notes and that's how you play it. But like, if you just go to like a website and you go to play something on the ukulele, you can just like get the letters, and like that's how my brain works. That's all I can really mentally handle, if I'm being honest with you. And I don't think there's a problem with that. I think that that's fine. Okay, so that's gonna be a tunnel. This is going to be a house. I'm sorry, it looks like I literally haven't done any work on this painting and it's been almost an hour. I promise that we will do more painting. We will get further than this. I assure everybody. I'll just quick add some more stuff to this. Also, like I've told you guys, I've been watching The Vampire Diaries, and I am now at the part where it starts getting bad again, and it is not as fun to watch anymore. I'm at the part now where Elena's body... I mean, spoilers, I guess, if you haven't finished watching The Vampire Diaries and you wanted to this whole time. But I'm at the part where Catherine, like, took over Elena's body, and everybody, like, didn't recognize that their nemesis had taken over, like, everybody's favorite person's, like, brain. And it was just so weird. It's like, you would have noticed that. And, like, you know, it's just one of those plots that was very, like, doesn't make any sense kind of thing. Like, they just sort of made it. And, like, it wouldn't have actually happened that way if it wasn't for the writing. So I've never been a big fan of stuff like that. Oh, wait, am I on the right layer? Yes. Heck yeah. One time we were on the right layer. I'm putting that in the history books. Okay, so... that's the house. Username Sarah says, I play only by ear, like I can differentiate which one I should hit first and follow the rest of the song, something like that. My mom can do that too. She is just like that. She is very, she's very good at that. Like, she can just, if you give her enough time, she can just she can write down all the notes for other people. It's crazy. Cotton has redeemed Witty Bad Pun, so it is time for one of those. I feel like this one is common, so I'm not gonna do it. This one is also common, but I feel like it deserves a pass. Tasha's already worried, rightfully so. All right, why? Hang on, I'm not ready yet. Why did the picture go to jail? Why did the picture go to jail? Because he was framed. Get it? Because yeah, Kanye was framed. You guys got it. You're so smart. I feel like that one is a very common one. I'm smart, thank you. Yes, Cotton, you are smart. You did it. Honestly, not sure if I would have gotten that. Just not. You know, I just don't trust my own brain. She can't be trusted. Nobody knows her. I hope you enjoyed your pun, because I'm gonna have to get a new app soon, because it only comes with 50 jokes, and we're on joke, like, we're almost to joke to the 40s, so we're gonna run out of jokes pretty soon. Which is fine. I'll find more. There are so many out there. My favorite one is, like, oh god, I heard one the other. I was literally about to say it was my favorite one. I don't even remember it right now. But I will remember it. But I have favorites, which would be funnier if I could remember what the favorite was. I feel like it had something to do. Oh, it was the taxi driver. It was, why did the taxi driver get fired? And it was because he was always going the extra mile. I think that one is so funny. It's really perfect in my mind. It's the right amount of everything that makes those jokes work for me. Okay, this has to be a little darker. Okay, so we've got the ground. So these are gonna be like train tracks. Let's see, this tree is only gonna go like a little that far. Oh god, that is a huge brush. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this roof right. I don't think I've ever played any other instruments though. I have kind of tried to dabble in guitar, but it was hard. Guitar is like something else, man. There's too many things. Okay, you know, 4 strings is enough for me. Like 6 is ridiculous. Mocap, hi, what's up? Welcome in. We're just painting, talking about music. I play ukulele and I play the piano, but I don't really play anything else. Speedier Tulip thought I looked like the kind of person that plays the clarinet. And I wish I did. Maybe I will expand my repertoire. But I actually I have a MIDI keyboard, which is it's like a digital way to play music. It's like what you use if you're trying to like write music. Because it's putting the sounds into the computer. It's not doing, you know, it's not like a regular piano that is like making real noise. It like puts the noise into a computer basically, because they wanted to dabble in like making music. But that was really hard, so I don't do it a lot. I'm gonna make this a straight line. And then like loosen it. It has 2 windows. I think I'm gonna try to put the windows on another layer again. We'll see how that goes. Sometimes I'm not very good about it. Cotton says, I was a keys player for a while. That's cool. People like stopped asking me to play instruments once they realized I couldn't read music. So like people used to ask me all the time, like, oh, could you just like play this for us? And I was like, well, I can't read it. And then they would be like, okay, never mind, goodbye. And I was like, well, if you just like tell me what it says, I'll do it. Apparently that is not the answer they were looking for though. Their loss. You should play on the next stream, says Naaman Harris. I wish! I'll think about it. I mostly play covers, though, and I can't... I don't know. I don't think it's allowed for me. I think that people do it anyways, but I don't think it's allowed, technically. Which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Although, I guess, like, isn't there a bunch of artists who, like, have a, like, Twitch bought something that makes it so that... like their music is allowed on Twitch now. I don't know if it makes that allowed, but I know that like something went through where more artists were going to be able to be played on Twitch. I feel like it's becoming more common, like Lo-Fi Girl, you know, allows it, like... It's just interesting the way music has gone. Like, that's not how art works. Like, if I don't have, like, arrangements with, like, my paintings where people can just, like, use them for free. Like, that would be weird, you know? But for music, you're like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what I need. It's just different. Okay, then we got some windows. There are several DMCA free playlists. Yes, that's what I thought. Which is super cool. I feel like people are getting a lot more used to people being on Twitch. Especially with how harsh Twitch is. Like, when I first started out, I actually got, like, hit with not an official thing, but Twitch will mute you. Even if it just, like, thinks that what you did could have been a violation. And I had, like, a song, and the intro sounded similar, but nothing else was the same. Like the song they thought I had like stolen had lyrics, and all I had ever played was like lo-fi music, and you can't like do anything about it. You can't like get them appealed or anything. Like nobody really cares. So they're very like sensitive about it, which I always thought was good, but also like hard to deal with, considering like I wasn't even stealing anything and I got basically like in trouble. It didn't count as one of my like slap against the wrist or anything, but it did like freak me out. It was like, your portion of your stream has been muted because of stolen audio. And all of every Twitch stream that I upload to YouTube, almost all of them get something where they're like, this portion will have to be muted because of blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, fine. Like, I've stopped fighting it. But I do still think it's weird. I'll fight Twitch. Thank you, Cotton. It's weird that Twitch and YouTube have like different rule sets too. Like obviously it makes sense like that they're different entities, but it just makes it like more confusing because you're like, okay, this is allowed on Twitch, but then is it not allowed on YouTube? And then like am I gonna get banned there? Like, you have to be worried about so many things all the time. It's part of how it works. It just makes it a little hard sometimes is all. But like I get it at the same time. Like I'm not trying to steal music. I wouldn't like it if people were stealing my stuff. Okay, I'm actually gonna quick put this here? Question mark? Apparently this tower sticks out from the rest of the building, which I did not realize. Oops. Okay. So now you can kind of see the ideas of it. I've got like some buildings going on. I've got like train tracks, and then I've like got like some greenery down in the bottom. Technically, if you were looking at the reference photo, there is like a giant tree that like is kind of just like coming out, but it's like all over the comp. So I feel like if I add any of it, I might just do like some branches up here and then just sort of like have some leaves going on. Like I don't want that whole tree. It's just a lot. It's a lot over everything else. You know? So anyways, I'm gonna try to quickly is the key to go. This is me never knowing if I'm using the layer I want. I'm gonna make this more yellow. And I'm gonna make it darker. Not that much darker. Take 3. Fill layer. We're still a little too saturated. I'm trying to find a very specific color because it needs to. It's gonna be like if it's a little like alcove behind this building where like there's more building. Alpha 1. Okay, there we go. Boom. That took way too long, but it's fine. And I'm actually gonna, I think, because the tree layer is above everything else, I'm going to just put some treeage in front of this house because it is really, really bugging me that it just looks like it's sitting in front of everything. I'm very picky. Cotton said, I need your opinion on something. So Fauna is what people call you, but it's also a character. Faunatin, on the other hand, that's just you. Do you like that nickname? I may need to use it somewhere, but don't want to use it if you don't like it. Honestly, I kind of like it. I don't know why. I feel like it like Faunatin makes me sound like, I don't know, I feel like if I were to hear it outside of the context in which I learned it, which was Laventon, then I think I would be like, that's weird. But because I know it from that, I'm like, I don't know, I like it. I think you can use it. I think it's fine. I still can't believe that. I still can't get over the whole Laventon thing though. Like that's really what it is for me, is that I haven't recovered my Laventon debacle. For anyone who probably is happy that they don't know, but too bad, I'm going to tell you anyways. I've gone on like a complete, I don't want to say mental breakdown, but I have gone a little crazy trying to figure out the name of the full name of Professor Laventon, because as soon as the game started, the first thing you see is that this guy's name is literally Laventon. And you assume it's a first name. At least I assume it's a first name. So I was like, that's a weird name. And then I realized that he was the professor. So now people are saying, no, that's just his last name. But it's confusing because they don't introduce him as Professor Laventon, and his name isn't Professor Laventon, but it is just Laventon. And so it was like, are you supposed to be like Lavender Town? Like, I don't know what to tell you. I just mentally couldn't recover from that. And I kind of went a little crazy and sort of went on a bit of a journey, we can call it a journey, to figure out other Pokemon professors' names and their first names, and to see if they were called Professor Oak or if they were just called Oak. And it's very inconsistent. So like Professor Oak is generally just called Prof Oak or Professor Oak, but some of them are just called like Sycamore or whatever. And it's very inconsistent, and I don't have all the answers, and I don't like that I don't have all the answers, and I don't like that his name is Laventon. I want to know his full name. I will die on this hill. What if the DLC is just like, or not the DLC, but what if the endgame content for Arceus is just telling me what his name is? But it has to be good. Like, it can't be bad. If I've spent too much of my life thinking about it at this point, like it's gotta live up to the hype now. You guys probably think I'm crazy, and that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. I just, I'm not recovered from this. Cotton for dehydrate. Cotton's like, wanna stop. Wanna chill. Thank you for the hydrate, Cotton. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'll never be the same. I made this train track way too big, so I'm gonna pare it down a bit. Feel like what we're gonna do is I'm gonna erase this because that's where the train is, and then I'm gonna put this here instead because there's like brown under the train. There we go. That makes sense. Boom. I did something logical. I probably shouldn't be like, wow, I finally did one logical thing. But yeah, anyways, I went on a whole tirade, and it didn't really lead me anywhere. So if anybody has any information, if you would like to come forth, feel free. I would love to hear what you have to say on my conspiracy theory. Frankly, I would love to hear it. Also, oh wait, hang on. Girl Sushi, hi, it's your pal Blue Jay Pictures from IG. Finally got a chance to grab your stream live. Oh my gosh, hi! Hello! How are you? Sorry, I got really excited there. Sorry if it came off as like screaming. Welcome in. We are talking about Pokemon, and we're talking about, I have a whole conspiracy theory around Legends Arceus. It is a little intense, I will warn you, but that's just how we be doing. They put up with me here though, so that's the greatest part. Grocery says, I'm well, how are you? I'm good. I'm just chilling. I had like a lot of fresh fruit lately. I feel like it's starting to sort of come back and be not exactly in season, but something that we can have now, which is nice. And I'm going to get dim sum tonight, I think, which I'm super, super excited about. I'm really obsessed with. There's like a dim sum place that opened up near where I live, and I have just like gone there so many times. It's like an addiction. So that has been going on. Oh my god, the perspective on this is so weird. But yeah, that's about it. How about you? Anything exciting or whatever? I'm trying to think of anything else. Most of my life revolves around food. My cat, you can barely see her, but my cat is that little white fluff ball right there in the center of the bed. She's having the time of her life, not having to deal with me. And that's a puzzle that I've been doing, which is super fun. If you guys haven't heard of them, they're like, I don't mean to like give you guys an ad or anything, but there is this company. They're called the Magic Puzzle Company, and they have these like puzzles, and they're like super cool designs. I don't know why it's so shiny. You can't even. There we go. That's a little better. They have these really pretty designs, and they're like a magic puzzle. So you do the whole puzzle, and then there are secret pieces. They're like, don't open these until you've done the whole puzzle. And then you do like a secret puzzle inside of it. It's very cool. 10 out of 10 recommend. So if you guys are ever, if you like puzzles and you're looking for like a new kind of puzzle, they're awesome puzzles. They're not frustrating. They're just very fun. And I have had a blast doing them. It's my second one by them, and it's been so much fun. Yeah, she's kind of a jerk, but sometimes she's cute. Haven't touched Procreate in a few weeks. Gah, I need to. I know sometimes you just gotta take breaks though. I totally go through the same phase where I like, sometimes I paint for like every day, and then sometimes I don't paint at all, except for like these streams. So it really just depends on like where you're at. Valentine is cute and she knows it. She does know it. She uses it to her advantage, and then she lures me in for the kill. Puzzleception. Yes, literally. You do the whole puzzle, and then they're like, here's what you do, and then like it magically, it's like a whole thing. Like there's more pieces, and it's crazy how it works. Super fun. Girl Sushi says that looks awesome. I just got a jiggly puzzle, which ended up being a piece of art you can hang. What? Jiggy. Oh my god, I've never heard of that. I knew that like you could put puzzle glue on puzzles and do it that way, but I've never heard of that. That sounds awesome. Because it sucks when you do a painting or when you do a puzzle and then you just like put it all away. You're like, well, that was fun. It's over now. Hello, Dean the Bean. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're just talking about puzzles and painting and all that, and food mostly. I have a really big food addiction, but it's fine. Food is you know, like life-saving substance. So I think there's not a problem there. Definitely not. Oh, you know Cotton? That's awesome. What am I doing? Sorry. I'm very easily distracted. I'm a massive foodie. Really? Oh my god. Well, most of what I'm getting dim sum tonight, and I'm really excited about that. But I'm also talking about how I just like basically ate like berries and chips for lunch. But it's because I ate a really big breakfast sandwich. And so I wasn't really hungry for lunch, but I had to eat before I stream, because if I don't eat before I stream, I like pass out. It's kind of a whole thing, you know, but we figure it out. We're good. I want to go. A new hot pot place is supposed to open up where I am. If you guys don't know what hot pot is, it's almost like you cook the food where, like, at your table. Like, your table is kind of like a stovetop, and then they put like a broth thing in front of you, and then they give you like uncooked meats, but they're cut really thinly, and you basically put the meat and stuff into the broth. You can put like celery and like steak and all this, like you put all this food in. I'm not even listening, like half of the foods you put in, like egg, and then it cooks in the broth, and then you like eat it, and it's very good. And we're supposed to get a new one this summer, so I'm really excited for that. Oh yeah, also Pokemon conspiracy theories. Yeah, I'm not off my Laventon theory. I hope his name is like Alfred Laventon. Because I've pretty much decided now. I agree. I don't think his first name is Laventon anymore. Even though they tricked us. Even though I feel like I've been bamboozled. I just want them to write the word professor. Like, I just want them to call him professor at all times, and I would feel better. But they don't do that to me. They make my life harder, and they make me question everything I've ever known. So, you know what? This is what we get. This is where we are now. I just want to know why his name is Laventon. And what his first name is. And, like, his social security number. And his mother's maiden name. I just want to know everything about him, you know? Like, give me all the deets. I need to know him. I need to know his life story. Okay, what am I doing? I need to do this. I'm just gonna, like, quick try to block in this building because I am getting distracted. Which is fine. I love being distracted by you guys. But I feel like I owe it to you to, also paint something. I love that you chose Alfred. I feel, yeah, it's definitely because it must be because I just watched Batman. Right? Yeah. I wonder if I would have picked that name if I had not just gone and seen Batman. Which all of my friends are going to see, I think, tonight, which will be super exciting because then I can talk to them about it. A lot of my friends, though, or not a lot, but I think some of my friends are going to choose not to go see it because of how long it is. I was like, yeah, just remember it's 3 hours. And they were like, wait, it's actually 3 hours? And I was like, yeah, it's literally a full 3 hours. So be prepared for that. Girl Sushi, are you casting your iPad to a monitor? Curious about your setup. Oh my god. I could go on about my setup, but I won't because I will and I won't. So basically the long and short of it is that I started streaming. The first stream I ever did was an art stream because to stream games, you have to use a capture card. So an iPad was always easier for me because I already knew how to screen share an iPad. So before I got my streaming computer, so I was on like a weak computer basically, I hooked my iPad up to my laptop, and then your laptop and iPad just like connect well. So Twitch Studio just like can recognize when you plug stuff in. And so Twitch Studio would just see that my iPad was plugged in and it would like work and it was great and I loved it. And it was really easy to stream. I basically just plugged it in to my computer and it just like puts the screen on. I fast forward, I got my streaming computer and it did not work. Like literally everything I did to plug my computer in, it just like would not, it would just be a black screen. The capture card stuff worked fine, but it wouldn't share my iPad. So what I used to do is I would open up Zoom, I would screen share on Zoom. So I plugged my laptop or I plugged my iPad in. You can also AirPlay, I think that's the right word, where you can just, you don't plug your iPad in, but it like sends a signal to your Mac monitor, because if you're like in the Apple world, and I think that would work, but it would use internet, and I'm trying not to use internet since I'm streaming already. So I would plug it in, I would share the screen on Zoom, and I would share on Twitch me sharing the screen. That sucked because it was a lot of extra work. It was a lot of extra like programs to be open on my kind of like weak computer. So it wasn't the optimal setup. And then one day I updated my computer and it just started working. I used to have a lot of issues. It used to be that game capture card sound wouldn't go through and my iPad wouldn't share. So I used to, this is unrelated, but for my games, I would open up the game capture card software to load the sound into Twitch Studio so that you guys could hear the sound. And then I would do the Zoom thing for my iPad. So like I always had like so many weird workarounds for everything that I was trying to do because like it was literally not working, everything I did. But now everything seems to mostly work. So basically what I have is I plug my iPad is right here, so I plug it in to the computer. Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. And I plug it into the computer, and it just sort of you can just screen share it on Twitch as long as your computer doesn't ruin your life like mine. Okay. Stealth RS has redeemed 2 truths and a lie, and this is where I 2 truths and a lie, you guys. So I'm gonna create a poll. Pick the lie. I actually thought about this over the weekend, so hopefully my brain works and I can start to remember the things that I wanted to lie to you guys about. Oh, right. I can, like, not write anything. Those responses have to be really short. Okay. Hang on. They're too long. It's not letting me write a whole sentence. I can only write, like, 2 words. So let me try to think of a good way to do this. So yeah, anyways, this is how it works. I'm gonna create this poll. I will come up with a, words. I will come up with 2 truths and a lie, and then you guys have to figure out which one the lie is. And the poll will be up for 1 minute. So I'm going to try to write these out. But it's not letting, let me see if I can, my brain is getting stuck. I'll explain them so that that way when the polls don't have a lot of words, I think that will help then. Okay, and then let me think of another one. These are all, I feel like I'm trying not to give myself away. Hang on. You know, like sometimes you can always tell which one the 2 truths and a lie is based off of just like, you know, when someone says something just like really specific, that's always when like it gives them away. So I don't want, I'm trying to be chill. I'm trying to be coy with y'all. Think. What's my next thing that I will write to you guys? No, maybe I'll just leave it if I could remember what I was gonna write. Oh, I already did that one. I was about to be like, my favorite color is gray, but I've already done that, so you guys would know that about me. I might make this one easy. No, that one is too easy. Sorry. This is how my brain works whenever I try to do something. You can see me like looking around the room. Okay, it has to be, I'm almost done. I promise, I'm almost done. Okay, wait. Okay, I think I've got this. If I can spell. Okay, I'm actually gonna make this one a little longer because I'm gonna have to explain what the options are. Because they're not gonna make any sense when you try to vote. Ugh, hang on, I just have a spelling error. There we go. I'm gonna do this poll I'm actually gonna do it for 3 minutes so you can think about it. Okay, so 2 truths and a lie. The first one, it says acrylic before gouache. It means I painted with acrylics before I had painted with gouache paints. The second one is that I named my first cat Winnie. So that one is pretty explanatory. Just the first cat I ever had, named it Winnie. Third is Breath of the Wild was my first Zelda game. So you guys can just quickly pick between those. I am actually gonna quick run and take a very quick break while you guys decide on this poll. I will be right back. Have fun thinking about who I am. Okay, Cotton says, I know one truth. You guys are funny. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to give it away, but I do have blueberries. So hang on. I'm just going to go wash some of these blueberries, and then I will reveal to you guys what's going on. Because you still have a little bit left in the poll. Okay, ladies and gents, the results are in. 2 of you voted for acrylic before gouache, and 1 of you voted for Breath of the Wild was my first Zelda. So here we go. Oh wait, you can't even see me. Hello. My first cat was in fact named Winnie, so that was one of the truths. When I was young, they let me name our cat, and I was like, you know what sounds like a great name? Winnie the Pooh. So we named our first cat Winnie. So that was one of the truths. Second up is acrylic before gouache. So I actually did paint with acrylics before I painted with gouache paint. I am just more, I don't know, I just picked out acrylic first. So I actually I painted with acrylics before gouache paints. I actually don't paint with my gouache paints a lot. So yes, the one that was the lie is that Breath of the Wild is not my first Zelda game. It probably is my first 10 out of 10 Zelda game, but it isn't actually my first Zelda game. I'd played at least God, why can't I think of the name of it? I played at least actually I played at least 3. I've played a ported version of like the first Zelda game. I also played I want to say it's A Link Between Worlds. I haven't played any of the good ones. Like, I haven't played Majora's Mask. Yes, I played A Link Between Worlds, so that was probably the first-ish one that I've ever, like, finished and did. And I also played another one. Let me see if I can Google it quickly to figure out what one I played. It was one, I literally don't remember anything other than I sucked at it. Okay, there's Skyward Sword. I know it wasn't Skyward Sword. It wasn't Ocarina of Time. I don't think it was Hyrule Warriors. It was not Triforce. What is this one? The Wind Waker? No, I didn't play Wind Waker. Maybe that's it. Maybe those are the only ones I played. But I did play them before I played Breath of the Wild. So, Link to the Past. Oh, maybe, yeah, actually. But I know I played Link Between Worlds. That one for sure. Girl Sushi's like, you guys are so funny. You guys are good. You guys are good. Oh, hi. You want to say hi? She's like, absolutely not. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. So yeah, anyways, those are the 2 truths and a lie. Thank you so much, Stealth for redeeming that. That was fun. You behave over there. I'm watching you. I see you. I have eyes in the back of my head. Sorry, my cat will literally misbehave on camera, so would really love for that not to happen to me today. Stealth says Ocarina of Time, baby. Oh wow, you went way back. I know, I went all over the place with my games that I played. I literally played the OG one. And then I went all the way up to Link Between Worlds. But they were, they were fun. But Obviously, Legend of Zelda was, or Legend, yeah, Legend. Obviously, Breath of the Wild is the best. Is not the best, but it is like the one that blew me away. I've spent the most time in, and definitely talked about the most. I don't want to say it's the best because I know that is very controversial, and that some people actually don't like Breath of the Wild as much as they like the other games, and I think that that's a totally valid opinion. But I do not share it. That one was kind of hard. I feel like I've tricked you guys both times. I talk about myself so much that I am like, I can't, there's things that I would normally say if I was like out in the world that I wouldn't say to you guys because you would know that about me. Like one of the things I usually say is, oh, I'm a painter. I think you guys would know that one. And the other is that, like, I have a cat named Valentine. Again, I think you guys know that about me. So they get a little tricky, but it's fun. Stealth is, as a Zelda game, not the best, but as an open world overall game, it is the best. Yeah, honestly, clearly they were trying to emulate it with Legends Arceus, and I do think that they did a good job of making that game really fun, but, like, Breath of the Wild, like, blew it out of the park. Is Ocarina of Time your favorite Zelda game? Stealth or Us? Because I'm curious to what yours is if it's not Breath of the Wild. Cotton's like, it is the best one. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about it, Cotton. But I feel like I won't announce that to the world until I have played Majora's Mask and Wind Waker. Because, like, those I feel like people talk about all the time, and I literally haven't played them. So I feel like I need to have that experience before I can definitively feel like I have that to say. But I mean, that's how I feel. Yep, Ocarina of Time. Cotton, but Arceus has Alpha Eevee. Is there Alpha Eevee in Breath of the Wild? Yeah, I mean, you make a good argument, Cotton. You really do. I just wish a Bayleaf and a Ampharos and a Lapras. Oh, I wish that my faves were in this game. I want them to just, like... I know that this is bad practice, I think, but I wish that they could just, like, eventually patch in just every Pokemon that I want. Like, you can just... I just want them to patch in my favorite ones, and then I can have them in Arceus, and I can walk around with them, and they can go, meh, and I'll be like, yay, and it will be the greatest moment of my life. Girl Sushi says, gotta get going, but I'll be back another time. Excited to see the end result of the Italy Cottage XOXO. Oh my gosh, yes, no worries. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a nice week, considering it is Sunday, which is, depending on how you look at it, the start or the beginning of the week. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. It's been awesome hanging out with you. You too. Be back to work tomorrow. Boo. Ugh, same Z's. I don't know why work is... Mondays, to me, like, it's very much so, like, Mondays are the worst. Even though, like, for me, they're not even that much worse. I just don't like them. I feel like I shouldn't hate them so much, because they're not actually that bad for me. I just, act like they are. Okay, we got a window to the walls. Cotton says my favorite is A Link to the Past, but best is Breath of the Wild. That's fair. That is fair. I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. I'm a sucker for open world games. My favorite game before, I think I decided at some point that Breath of the Wild was at one point my favorite game, but before that it was actually The Witcher. And I think that I played The Witcher and it was just like the right amount of everything for me. And I just thought that game was so good. I thought they did such a good job. I had so much fun in the open world, and I didn't even follow the story that much. And like, honestly, the story is a really big part of The Witcher. So the fact that I enjoyed it without even like enjoying half of what actually makes that game arguably good is pretty hilarious. But I think I just really like open world games. Until the sweat dripped out. Yes. I learned that song literally when I was in middle school, and I remember thinking it was so weird, and like it's so crazy to me that I still think about that song. Like it's not like a weird thing that I forgot. Like I'm just gonna know that song forever. Celeste is my favorite game, I think, or Breath of the Wild or Spider-Man. Oh my god, Spider-Man was so much fun. So much fun. I actually think my favorite game, I don't think I have one favorite anymore. I want to pick Animal Crossing because I've spent my whole life in it, but arguably I don't think in the long run it's good enough to be like it might be my favorite game, but it's not the game I think I would pick to play for the rest of my life, if that, or like it wouldn't be the only game, like if I could only have ever played one game in my life. I don't know if I'd actually pick Animal Crossing. Not because it's not amazing, but just because like the experience of playing something like Xenoblade or The Witcher or Breath of the Wild is so amazing, and you just get a totally different experience with Animal Crossing. Steph says they play it in the club all the time. I guess that is also true. It's kind of crazy to think that it's still like a thing that we like as a, like we haven't, like that's still the song we're like, yeah, we should just play that song. I don't know. I guess I used to think that music would like change more. Okay, I'm gonna make this. There's like a wall here. And I think I made it too high up. Oh, I'm getting sirens. If I mute, it's just because I'm getting sirens. Pokemon changed my life because I met so many friends, so that's the biggest impact. Oh, yes! Oh, sorry. Okay, so before I was a really big fan of The Witcher, Heart Gold Pokemon was absolutely my favorite game. Holy crap, that game was so good. I loved it. I loved everything about that game. And the fact that you basically got to play the game and then you played the whole game again, like that game was amazing. I am like forever happy that was like my favorite Pokemon game, or my first Pokemon game, I mean. It was so much fun to have in my life. Also, I think this building is taking up too much space. So I'm just gonna remove it. Because I want to put some vehicles here. But I gotta give them room to exist, basically. I'm trying to think, like, I vividly remember, I think that pre-internet games were a little different because not only did you not have a guide that you could look up, but you also like would get stuck more often and you would be okay with it. Like now in a game, if I get stuck for a really long time, I try not to look up a guide, but I just get, even if I don't look up a guide, I just get really frustrated that I didn't figure it out and I kind of just stop playing. But I think that I used to really like persevere through that. And I don't know if it's like a me thing, if it was a different time thing, if they made the hints easier because they knew you didn't have a guidebook. But like I once spent, I'm not even kidding, like over 3 hours playing Heart Gold with just my Togetic alive in the ocean, getting constantly attacked by trainers, swimming around, not having any like sprays or anything. So I'm constantly getting attacked by wild Pokemon, getting attacked by these trainers. I was trying to get from like a point A to point B situation. It should have taken like not even half the time it did, but I was still going. I was just trying to get back. I was like, I don't even care if I go back where I came. I just need to heal. Like I'm going to die here on the ocean. And like nowadays, I don't think I would have liked, I think I would have hated it. I had a fun time doing it. I felt like I had like accomplished something. But now I feel like if that happened to me, I would be like, that was really annoying and that was a mistake in the game. But like back then, I was like, that was so much fun. I can't believe I did that. So like it feels like a very different experience to me. Did you play the Flash games? I don't think so. The Flash has games? Do you mean like the Flash, like the superhero The Flash? Or am I is that like something else? I feel like I'm blinking. Flash. If I Google Flash games, other stuff comes up. No, I feel like maybe I did, and I don't remember it. Like, they look familiar. I used to, like, Google a lot of online games, so it's a high chance that I played some of them. Like, Disney website games, such as Lilo and Stitch. Oh my god, yes! Like, Adobe Flash. God, I hated Flash. I was like, I think I'm forgetting the name of a software. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I used to play the Lilo and Stitch ones. I played the Hannah Montana ones. I played the Jake American Dragon ones. I played the Proud Family one. Like, I played all of them. And then I would go to Nickelodeon and I would play the Very Odd Parents ones. I played those games like religion. I would just play the war game with Shigo and Kim Possible like it was my life. And they also made I don't know if you guys remember this, but one of the Kim Possible games was based off of like the Stitch in Time movies, and you got to like play as different Kims, and oh my god, that game was so good. I felt like I was out there like doing the most. Those things taught me how to game. Shell yeah. Yes! Shell yeah. You're right. I'm sorry. I misspoke. God, I thought they were so good. Do you have any favorites, Cotton? Like, that you played of those? Because I loved them. With my whole entire heart. I'm just gonna put some stuff here. So. I just want it to look, I don't know, realistic, I guess. K&D had one. Oh, really? Of course. Of course. Lilo and Stitch, Spider-Man, and Hannah Montana. Okay, did you have any favorite Hannah Montana games? Because I remember playing the Supermodel one. I remember she had a dress-up one. There also was a Hannah Montana game. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was like a secret spy one where you had to like find all of Hannah's stuff, or she'd be like exposed, and you had like a cell phone and you would get clues. Oh my god, that game was so good. See, I had a PSP game. Yeah, I wasn't, as a girl, I was not allowed, I'm not saying like that this is a universal experience, but me as a girl was not allowed to have boy games. So I never had any like, PS4 or anything. Which I always thought was BS. I wanted a pink Game Boy more than I could literally count. And my friends had Game Boys. Even like my girlfriends had Game Boys. And I was always so jealous. I was like, Mom, just get me one. They were only like $100. Like, not saying that that was really just cheap back then, but like they could have gotten me one after like years of wanting it. Like, it wasn't out of the realm of stuff. I don't remember much, but I remember buying it. Yeah. I remember my cousin had, when the DSs came out, she had Mario Kart and she had Nintendogs. And I thought that was so much fun. I like would go over and I would just like take her DS and I would play it for hours. Like, I don't know how anybody put up with that. I would hate it if one of my cousins did that to me. But I was like I wanted to play those games so bad, you know? Like, oh my god. All I ever wanted was that kind of stuff. Honestly. Guys, as a guy, I got so many looks when people figured out I was playing Hannah Montana games. They were good games. Like, what? Sue me. I feel like Hannah Montana is one of those shows that everybody did kind of watch. Even if it wasn't, like, necessarily for you. Like, people just watched it. It was a good show. Like, what? Are we gonna apologize? It was a great show. I'm gonna put a shadow here, because the reference has a shadow here. And then I actually didn't give it a roof, I'm realizing. So I need to go give this a roof. Why is it so light? I'm gonna make it a little darker because it's acting weird. Okay. Roof. You were what? I already don't remember what I was talking about, Stealth RS. It's just because I'm spacey, so sorry. I was really addicted to games. I would so the thing I was allowed to have was Webkins, and oh my god, when I tell you Webkins was like on its way to becoming my entire personality. I had so many Webkins games. I thought they were so good. I'm drawing on the wrong layer, so that's fun. I literally had like 30 Webkins at one point. I would just like if you were gonna get me a gift, I was like, I want a Webkins. Like, I just had everybody in my life get me a Webkins. I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling or Batman. You weren't allowed to watch Batman? Huh? My parents were like, here's Batman, honey. You should watch this. It will be a lot of fun. And I was like, what's Batman? And they were like, it's this guy who beats the crap out of other people. And I was like, oh, that's allowed? And they were like, no. And I was like, this is very confusing. Don't recommend being a child in my household. It was a very confusing time. Like, it's only allowed if we like it. He's too dark. I used to watch, like, my dad is a more of a big superhero fan, or not like Superman fan, but he also liked Batman, and I used to watch with him like the comic book, like an adaptation old TV show like from the 80s or 90s that, like, you know, every time that Batman like threw a punch, it would be like the whole screen would be like pow, and then he would do it and he'd be like bam, and it was like pow pow, like the whole, like all of the combat was like interrupted by those really big like comic book noises of being like what's that, like just all those noises. So yeah, arguably at least that was not that dark. But I miss like the Batman Robin kind of duo. I felt like that was fun. It was vibes. Like, I like Robin. He's a great sidekick. Like a 10 out of 10 sidekick. That is like not centered in any way. I'm gonna try that again. Okay, is that centered? Maybe. This is why I need to draw things on other layers more often, so that I can cheat. Batman was fine, just a little discouraged, but wrestling was a big no. That's kind of funny. I don't think I would have been allowed to watch wrestling though. But I didn't have a lot of interest in it, so that wasn't one of the problems. I was not allowed to watch Fairly Odd Parents though, which I still think is crazy. Like, what bad ideas was I gonna get from watching like a boy have fairies. Like any magic was like seen as like the Dark Lord magic. Like, not to be dramatic, but like that is actually how it was treated. Is they were just like, oh, I'm sorry, magic? That will destroy the world. And I was like, I don't really think it will, actually. I think I'll be fine. And they were like, no. That will destroy everything. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna watch Fairly Odd Parents anyways, because it's a banger of a show. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I listened to my parents, but I also, like, you know, I did what I wanted at the same time. They couldn't watch everything I did. Okay, I'm gonna put a line here. And it was a good show. What was I gonna do? Not watch Fairly Odd Parents? I don't think so. Here's the thing, says Cotton. I was dumb enough to try it and probably break my neck, so I sort of get why they didn't allow me. Oh no! Cotton, you like actively tried to wrestle? Okay, I guess that's a little fairer. That's still like, I don't think it would stop you though. If anything, it would just like, it would like temporarily, you know, give you that time, but I don't think it would work permanently. I wanted a communicator so bad. That was the thing that I really, really, really wanted to be real, and was like upset to figure out that it is one of those things that is not real. You know, like you just think that everything on TV is real for a while until you realize it's not. At least that's what I was like. Also, you cannot see these vehicles at all, so I'm gonna shade them a bit. Like this is the back of a tow truck. And then there is a van here, but there's not enough room for the rest of the van, so I'm just gonna leave the front there. A communicator? Yes, a communicator. I thought that thing was the coolest thing that literally could have ever existed in my life. I wanted that thing more than I wanted, like, anything in the world. Obviously, it wasn't real, so I didn't get one. But then smartphones existed, so I do kind of feel like, while I never got a communicator, I do feel like I feel like my wishes on a star were answered. Because I would legitimately go and wish on stars at night for a communicator. Like, I wanted one. It was not a drill. I wanted one of those so bad. I was like, I want to talk to friends, like, because obviously it was fake, so they made it do everything. So like Kim could talk to her friends, and Kim could call people instantly. She could play games on it, like Ron could play games on it. It was like a full computer. It was a walkie-talkie. Like, it was everything that you'd ever need in a little. It was a smartphone, but you know, before we had those. So I wanted one. But I digress. I got a smartphone eventually. The iPod Touch was the first thing that I ever, like, the first tech thing that I was really allowed to have. Oh, that was addicting. God, there's so much more of this painting left. Sheesh. Why doesn't it just paint itself at this point? Like, give me a break, you know? You know? You don't know? It's alright. Assist. I think this is the right layer. Kim Possible was way too cool for us. She really was. Oh my god. I don't know what it was. Like, This just this girl. She saves the world all the time. She's straight A's. She gets a boyfriend. She has a car. Like, she is living her life. And it's just like, you know, I was like sitting in middle school and I was like, oh, I got like a B on a paper. And it's like, I don't know, you know, she's everything I wanted to be. I watched like so much Kim Possible when I was younger that I would go home. Like if I was babysitting someone, I'd tell the parents, like, okay, I can watch your kid, but once Kim Possible comes on at 4:30, I have to go home. Like, I would literally pause my whole life to watch Kim frickin' Possible. Like, is that normal behavior? Absolutely not. But I did it anyways, so no regrets. This pen is too big. Just be the right size. Soul Thief. Hi. Oh my gosh, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. We are painting. This is gonna be like a little Italy scene. If I can, like, get anything done. I mean, we've been painting for 2 hours. I must have gotten something done, right? If you guys have ever watched Nathan Fox paint, like, he can do this in an hour. I don't know how he stays focused, and I don't know how he does it. Like, I need so much time. Like, I took like 15 minutes just fixing my perspective. Like, look at that. Oh, I digress. And then it was crooked. I knew it was crooked, so I had to fix it again. Soul Thief says, I spent a lot of money and I got a drawing tablet with a screen. Oh my gosh, which one did you get if you feel like sharing? That is so cool. Oh my god. You must be so excited. It's so crazy. I've tried to do, like, I have my regular Wacom tablet if I ever want to paint on, like, a computer with a tablet. And I think ergonomically it's better, but I never got used to painting in other programs other than Procreate. Okay, so anyways, this is where we got. So I got a lot more work to do. So I better get myself into gear. But that is so exciting for you. I'm so happy. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I'm just trying to get this painted. This is where I should turn off the drawing assist, but I don't because I'm stubborn. It's an off-brand. I know my skills, and I thought I could do better if I could see it. Yes, that totally makes sense. I mean, it's how you paint on paper. So, like, logically, it makes sense that that's how it would work. I'm gonna I might code this back. You don't actually see this in the reference, so I'm kind of YOLOing it. I'm just gonna I'm gonna turn the assist off, I think, and just draw some details in. Exactly. Yes, that's so exciting. Oh man, I've always wanted. The iPad for me was like, obviously it's expensive, but I knew it would last a long time. I knew I could use it for school, so it ended up being, like, for me, the thing that I got. But that is so awesome. Also, there's a truck back here, so I was not prepared to draw a truck. I can draw a truck, right? Right? It's not bad. It's not perfect. But, you know, the idea is there. Plus, you won't really look at it. Cotton says for Procreate alone, it was worth it. I know, I think honestly, what I would have done is gotten a Surface Pro or something, because like Windows is doing a good job, but Procreate is on Apple products, and that is enough to keep me here. Like, I don't even paint the same anymore when I'm not in Procreate, which isn't great. Like, you know, you're not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be versatile and whatever, but I just it's just hard. So I ended up not doing that, and it's worked out all right for me. I want to learn how to use Photoshop like better though. Like, I want to be better at using Photoshop. Oh, Cotton received the champagne problems. Okay, for anyone who's new here, this is when I literally go insane and I sing / talk the entire bridge of Champagne Problems as fast as I can. So let me just prepare for that. I'm gonna finish. So this should be just a little darker right here. I'm gonna paint this through a little bit just to get that idea there. Okay. For anyone who hasn't heard this before, it might be a little jarring, so just be prepared for chaos. You might have touched on the Chevy door, November flushing your flannel cure. The storm was once a madhouse. I made a joke, well, it's made for me. However green, our group of friends don't think we'll say that word again, and soon they'll have the nerve to deck the halls that we once walked through. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. I never was ready, so I'll watch you go. Sometimes you just don't know the answer. Someone on their knees and ask you, she would have made such a lovely bride. What a shame she's fucked in the head, they said, but you'll find the real thing instead. She'll patch up your tapestry that I shred. I messed up a little bit. But it was, you know, the idea was there, so. So someone's on their knees. I think I said knee, but it's knees. Anyways, there you go, Kai. I'll never not be impressed. I was like, oh, I didn't do a very good job. Well, I'm glad you were impressed. I like doing that one, but the other one that I also do is Death by 1,000 Cuts, and there's one of me doing it really fast, but I can't really enunciate it. It's the one where she's like, my heart, my hips, my body, my love, trying to find a part of me that you didn't touch, gave me so much, but it wasn't enough, I'll be alright, it's just 1,000 cuts. It's like that, but like way longer. I love Taylor Swift. Big Swiftie here. I don't know why, I'm just obsessed. Okay, is this even the right layer? I don't even care. Guys, layers are fake now. Bye. Okay, I should probably not say that about my layers. Okay, layers are not fake, but I'm bad at them. There's so many like details in this painting that I feel like I'm getting bogged down. So I need to focus on the real deal. And then I can do the details at the end. This is the train track. I don't know why I made it purple. I just kind of felt like that was the vibes. Okay, so we've got train, and then, so the next part about the train tracks is that they kind of like, you know what train tracks look like. So they just go like this. So I just want to do it in a way that doesn't like make the whole painting look too loud. Cotton says, I have a Taylor Swift update. Can you permit me? Yes. I wish I could just like permanently permit you. Since I obviously trust you. It's just like the frickin' bots. They're so bad. They're like, come and be a part of my scheme to get followers quick. And I'm like, no, I'm all good. And they're like, we'll get you this many followers today. And it's like, no, you won't. Okay, not gonna lie, I hate all that, so I'm undoing it. I actually need to have 2 of these. Okay, film updates. Okay, can I open this without crashing my computer? That is the real question. Streaming is just a little hard on my little baby. Taylor Swift via Instagram. Zoe Kravitz is the Catwoman of dreams. The Batman was phenomenal. Of course she talked about Catwoman. Because she's a cat lady. Oh my god. The top comment under this, I guess the second top one is, her fans are not gonna like this. Yes, we are. What are you talking about? We love this. Where you been? Where you at? Oh my god. Of course she saw Batman. Like, of course. I don't know how she finds the time, considering it is a 1.5 million long movie. But I digress. Everything is fine. I'm definitely not bitter about it. Sorry, for anyone who's new here, I don't have an attention span. So 3 hours is a really long time for me to watch Batman. But I did it. So, there. I mean, it's not that it isn't good. It's just that it is too much for me. Also, what is this? Oh, I did that. Never mind. I'm getting spacey. But look at that. Look at, we're getting a train track in. I feel like now we're making progress. I'm gonna make the brush a little bit smaller to be up here. And then I'm gonna make it bigger, I think, to go down. And I'm gonna try to space it apart a little bit more. I just feel like they're a little too curvy, you know? This is gonna be me all day for the rest stream. Is just like redoing the lines on my train tracks. Like, that's good. We just gotta do that for the rest of the time. If you guys ever look at any of my paintings, just know that I have in fact overthought probably every single thing in there that there is to overthink. It's just kind of who I am. Boom. Train tracks. I don't know what Taylor Swift is gonna do next, because I feel like apparently she has like 3 lawsuits on Shake It Off right now. So she has to get through those, but I feel like she wanted to release 1989 next. I just don't know what she's gonna do with Better Than Revenge, because I really, really don't think she's gonna release Better Than Revenge the same way. Cotton, are you really an artist without doubting everything you do? Honestly, truly, should be on the checklist, with just second guessing everything you've ever done. Not even just like art stuff, just like literally second guessing everything you've ever done in your whole life. Like, yes, thank you, that's me. It's just so funny because I love watching. There used to be a bunch of TikToks that I would get where someone would be painting like a face and they would zoom in like literally this much and they would be like, like they'd paint something, which I just tried to do, but I'm on the wrong layer. And then they would zoom out and they'd be like, I fixed it. And like obviously nobody else, like the joke is that you went in on this person's face this far in to fix something that no one literally can see but you. And it's like, okay, fair. Doesn't mean I don't feel targeted by my own tastes. Oh, I'm still on the wrong layer. Is this gonna work? I'm really good at being on the wrong layer, in case you guys were wondering. I'm trying to... There's like a fancy thing that runs along these sides of the tracks, so I'm trying to get that in here. Ugh, now they look crooked. They looked fine, but now they're crooked. I can't unsee it. Okay, I'm gonna put drawing. This is the life of an artist. I'm used to the pain. But like the best part about it, or the worst part, is that like I have a friend who I like show a lot of my art to. It's my roommate, just because like, you know, they're right there. So I'm like, what do you think of this? And like, they're nice, so they're always like, oh, that looks good. Like when stuff looks good, they're like, that looks good. And then when it doesn't look done, they're like, are you done? And I'm like, no. And they're like, okay, so it looks good, but it's not done. And sometimes I'll show them like the painting and I'll be like, that looks really good. And then I will like go in and I will like draw a flower right here or something, like right here. And then I'll zoom out and I'll be like, like hours later, that'll be the only change. And I'm like, what do you think? And they're like, it looks good. Because I'm the worst and I know that they're not going to notice, but I want to know if they're going to notice. But of course they don't notice because they're not insane. So this is just what happens when you personally are the one who is insane. I just try to pretend I'm fine. I'm gonna put like dirt under the tracks, I think. But it should probably be purple dirt, considering the tracks are purple. Cotton says, do you save them as a PNG? I do save them as a PNG. I do some things that you're not supposed to do, though. So, like, I think that if you're putting them online, you should be... Oh, God, are you... I think if you do that, you're supposed to be putting them on as a JPEG. I also think that I don't resize my stuff when I should, because, like... I always thought the internet was going to resize it, but if you resize your own images to like be automatically what like Twitter or whatever automatically resizes them to, it doesn't like, it will like kill your image quality versus like if you do it, it doesn't hurt it as much. So that's kind of a thing, but I never do it because I'm lazy. But art theft is a real problem, so you should probably, like, you can run them through exporters and stuff. Helps. Cotton says, I never critique others' art unless they're asking for feedback. Even then I feel weird doing it. Yeah, it's really hard. Like, it's hard because there's, like, rules kind of to it, and you have to, like, you want to be helpful and not a giant dick, but also, like, you want to be honest so that you can help them. It's a hard balance to achieve. I feel like it's hard. Like when I was in high school, I was in a bunch of classes, and you have, like, if you're in art classes, they teach you how to do critiques there, and our teacher would always be like, okay guys, remember to be honest, but also remember, don't be mean. You can't just, if you don't like it, you can't just say you don't like it. You have to say why you don't like it. You can't just like roll up in here and be like, your art is ugly, bye. Like, that's not how this works, because people like do that, and then like I always am on the other opposite side, and I'm just nice. Like, I'll just be really nice and I won't say anything bad, and they'll be like, is there anything I can do to improve? And I'll be like, well, I feel like critiquing is really hard too, because there's a difference between what you want and what you like and your preferences, and then like what might not be working. And that's a really hard thing to differentiate. Why do you keep getting up? Can you just take a nap, please? Look at her. She's not calm at all today. Hi. My cat is having such a hard day, apparently. Poor thing. And when I say poor thing, I mean she's fine. What was I doing? Something with this color. Oh, the roof. Oh, okay. I have a cat now. Hi guys. Welcome in. This is my cat's tail. She wanted to say hi to everybody. Hi. That was loud. I'm not going to pick her up because yesterday she did not like it. So I will be nice to her. I've been trying to train her to meow a little bit less. I like it when she meows, but I don't like it when she meows to the point where like I feel like I'm in a meeting and she's being a problem. So I've been trying to train her to stop meowing. It's definitely been interesting. It's a hard thing to get a cat to learn, especially when your cat is like 15 years old. Ow. Can you just like pick a spot to lay down? Thanks. Cotton says, OMG, hi. Hi. Cotton says hi. She's like, does Cotton have food? Can you just like put your tail down somewhere? That would be really nice. I'd be a really big fan. Also, I tried to brush her today and she attacked me. So that was rude. Do you have earwax? Or is that a cut? I'm such a cat mom. I'm like, show me your ear. She does not want to show me her ear. Cotton says, okay, I have to ask, how does your pencil charge when you lay it down? Oh, yeah, I forgot you guys can see that. Hang on, just show me your ear. Sorry, she just looks like she has something in her ear. She does not want me to look at it, though. She does not like being touched. Okay, so I have the iPad Pro. And the iPad Pro... Here, let me just take this case off. So, the design of the Pro is that when you have your pencil, it attaches to the side. So, it's magnetic. So, when I attach it, it starts charging. The old design was that it would plug into the USB port, but the new design is that it attaches magnetically and then it charges there, which is really nice. Do you want to show me your ear? She's like, absolutely not. I think it's just earwax buildup. Sorry to drag you all along on this saga. I just really had to know. If it was a scab, I would be worried, so that's why. Mine attaches, but it won't charge. Have to plug it in. Really? That's weird. Usually it's one or the, it's like both, it's all or nothing, you know? Like I've never heard of that happening. Which iPad do you have? I mean, not that I'm not like really smart, but maybe I'll be able to help. Jeez, that's so weird, Cotton. I'm just gonna like block in some windows. I think I need to just bite the bullet, you know? Block some stuff in. Get it done. Do the work. You ain't gotta go to work. But you gotta go to work. Because I know that the older Apple Pencils like charge through the USB port, but they don't attach magnetically, so I think a lot of people were like losing caps and stuff. But I've never had it where it attaches but it doesn't charge. Unless you have like a grip in the way, but usually if it attaches, it's strong enough to charge. So, I don't really know. That's very weird to me though. Like I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, I need a gray. Oh, this is supposed to stick out. Oops. This one's a mini, so my pencil is Gen 1. I didn't know they were magnetic though, because the Gen 1 pencils do have to be plugged into charge, but I didn't know it would attach. That is very interesting. That's so weird. I did not know that at all. I'm trying to... my dad has an iPad from like... I am not even kidding. It is like literally probably like the third generation iPad, I think. Like it is really old at this point. And I've been like literally trying to convince him every time I see him to get a new iPad. And he's like, I want to get one and I want to get rid of the computers. And I'm like, okay, then you should probably get a Pro. And then you should just get the keyboard. You should get the Pro. You'll get the pencil. Then you guys can do whatever you need to do on it. Because my mom like does little puzzles on her iPad, and she was like, oh, the pencil would make it a lot easier. And I was like, yeah, it will. You should just get it. Like you guys have them. You guys are like retired. Like you should just enjoy your life. Like do something nice for yourself, says Fauna. And they're just like, oh. And then they like, my dad just keeps his old one. Even though every day he talks about how he needs to get a new one. It's like, Dad, just get a new one. Just buy it. But I tried to convince him to get like a nicer one because... one, because he can't afford it. And two, because he doesn't like upgrading. So I want him to get a nice one so that he can just not upgrade again for like 10 years. I don't know. He's funny. He's like, what if I just get this cheaper one? And I'm like, what's the point? If it doesn't do what you need it to do though, like you'll have to keep your computer then. And he was like, oh. I think parents are funny. They don't know how technology works. Okay, that roof color seems a little better to me. I'm also gonna just like highlight it a bit. Oh my god, sorry, my cat just jumped on me. It was like, got me so... I'm like, are you dying? What's happening? Okay, I need to add more telephone poles. Parents do be funny. Yes, I feel like I'm an Apple salesman every time I come home because my parents don't really know how technology works, so they all have iPhones because like, iPhones are easier. Like we can all say if we're team Android or team iPhone, but iPhones objectively like are easier to use if you are not good at technology. And so like my parents both have iPhones. And like every time I come home, I feel like I'm literally just like I should get paid to work at Apple. Like they're like, and how do I do this? And they're like, now what is this Apple Pay thing? And then they're like, what do I do if I want to take notes? And then they're like, my phone didn't work. And I'm like, did you restart your iPhone? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, but did you restart your iPhone? And then they're like, oh, like they just pushed the lock button. Like they're not dumb, but it's like at the same time, like you have no idea what's going on. So just give me your phone. Cotton says, I just love Apple so much. I am so sucked into their ecosystem. I will never leave, probably. They are too good for me. They're so clean. That's my issue, is they make it so easy to use their stuff. And then they make it so hard to use other stuff. Like, I have complaints about Apple products, but they're never enough for me to leave. And then, like, once you're in an ecosystem, it is so hard to leave it. Like, I've had an Android phone, but there's no point in having an Android phone if you also are going to have an Apple Watch. And then there's, like, you just get sucked in. It's so easy to get sucked in. It's just seamless. And once you join, it's impossible to change. Yes, I feel that way too. When I was in college, before Apple Watches and stuff were a thing, all I had was my phone and my computer. And they were both Apple, and I was like, I should just switch the phone. And I had an iPhone. Like, it was pretty much the only smartphone I'd ever had. Like, I basically had like a slide phone, and then I got an iPhone, and then always had an iPhone. And I was like, I just kind of want to get like a Samsung phone. Like, they have more flexibility. I want to do it. And so I did it, and I got one, and it was fine, but the battery life sucked. Like, it was just, I think I got like a Samsung 5. It was just not, or a Galaxy 5. It was just not very good. Like, they hadn't figured it out. I thought that they were better, but they just didn't quite hit all the marks for me that my phone did. So I ended up getting a new phone. Like as soon as I could afford one, because I hated my other phone. And I never switched again because it was such a terrible experience, like switching over. And then I couldn't, because they use the Google Play Store, I couldn't watch any movies that I'd bought. I was like, I'm not going to buy all my movies again. I can't afford that. But you can't watch like iTunes movies on an Android phone. It's such a pain. Like, you really have to be in the ecosystem, or you just lose out. Like, we are all just pawns in their war. Cotton says, which iPhone do you use now? So I have an iPhone 12, and I'm not gonna lie, I got it because it was purple. I wanted a Pro, but I wanted a purple phone more, and the Pro didn't feel like it had enough changes for me to want to get it. Plus, it was going to be a lot heavier. I upgraded mine from an iPhone XS, so it was like I had my old phone for almost 3 years, I think, and I was like, it's time, like I need to get a new phone kind of thing. So that's what I ended up getting. It was like a good decision, but at the same time, like, I didn't need a new phone. I just kind of wanted one. Because, like, mine, although I will say, acted really weird, and most of my issues now are gone. It would just do weird stuff, like it would disconnect me from any Wi-Fi or LTE, and it would do it for like it would just do it randomly. Like if I was in the car and I was like, oh god, I gotta go get directions, my phone would just stop having signal, even though I knew I had signal. Like it was just like acting weird because like other people who had my phone plan all had signal, and I would just like randomly lose it. So my phone did act up, so that was kind of part of it. And the battery life was getting bad, and you know all the stuff that happens to you when your phone starts to get older. But I always feel bad getting a new one because e-waste is actually kind of a bad thing that is happening to all of us, where we like throw away our old phones. But it's not like, it's not like super our fault, but it kind of is. So anyways, that's the phone that I use. I like it because it's purple. And I probably won't get a new one for a while. I'll just do that thing where I don't buy one until I absolutely have to. But like not to the extreme. Like I have a friend who doesn't buy a new phone until they destroy their phone. Like until the screen cracks and it doesn't turn on. Like my threshold for wanting a new phone is like, okay, I'm starting to have some problems. Not like, okay, the phone is literally about to explode in my hand. I guess it's time. Like I don't live like that. But I have like friends who used to just get every generation of iPhone, and I thought that was crazy. I was like, how do you afford that? And they were like, well, it's really expensive, but we just trade it in every 2 years and we get this like deal with Verizon. And I was like, I mean, you do you, but oh my god, it was a lot of money. And like it was like her mom. Like it wasn't even the kid. Like her mom was just like, I have to have the new phone. And I was like, all right. She would even buy MacBooks on the Apple Store, and then she would just like send them back. Like she was playing the game. Like she knew like how to get the most out of Apple. I thought it was kind of funny. Cotton says, also this painting is so pretty. Thank you. Oh my god, you're so nice. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I want to just like get the rest of the details in, but I know that I can't just like work on details. Like that's not how it works. But thank you. Oh my god, I'm glad it looks good. I'm just kind of vibing. I think I'm gonna alpha lock this layer for a second and just sort of paint some shading through it, because I want to get some stuff in, and then I'm gonna also shade like dark area. I almost was like darkness, like that. If you guys have watched the Lego Movie, there is a part where they get into Batman's car and Batman has this song playing, and it's just like darkness, no parents. And it's like the whole song. It's like darkness, no parents. Like it's literally like that's like half the song that you hear. And she's like, "This is real music, Emmett." It's so funny. It's iconic, honestly. This is what real artists sound like, and it's just darkness. It's really enjoyable. I recommend the Lego Movie to just like everybody in the world, because the movie is amazing. So I'm not kidding. It's a great movie. Yeah, no parents. God, I know what part comes next, but I literally can't think of it. Darkness, no parents. I'm not gonna play this because it will be angry at me. The opposite of light, black hole. That's all I think you hear in the song. But he literally said darkness, no parents. Continue darkness, more darkness, get it? The opposite of light. The opposite of light. It's so funny. I'm sorry. I love the Lego Movie. Is truly a masterpiece. A million out of 10. I cannot recommend the Lego Movie enough. It is so good. Cotton is like, it blows my mind when you say I don't know how it feels about it when you make that. I would cry and frame it if I made anything like that. Oh, Cotton, your art is really good. I literally like look at some of the stuff you make and I'm like, oh my god, like you're so talented. Especially like your emotes and stuff. Like I've just started making them. Like if you, oh god, let me make sure I'm not gonna like out myself for anything in here, but oh yeah, no, these are all fine. Like this is what I drew, and then like it took me a long time to like get this guy and then to like get this guy. Like it was a lot. It took me like hours and hours, and like there are still mistakes in them. I just kind of like literally, like what is this? I just have a Taylor Swift duck. I don't know what that's for. I don't know why it looks like that. But I'm like, yeah, it looks good. They're all so cute. Thank you. They're a lot of work. I mean, like, I knew they would be a lot of work. It's not like I was ever like, oh, emotes are so easy. What are you talking about? At the same time, I think I forgot. Like, not forgot. I just, like, you know, you see, like, not a rinky-dink emote, but you see something so small, you're like, oh, it'll be so quick and easy, and it's a lot of work. Also, Tosh, oh my god, can't hear you, but lovely drawing, 100 bits. Tosh, thank you. I know you can't, like, hear me, so I'm just gonna be like, thank you! And also, like, you break my alert every time, but I'm a fan. I'm just gonna... Someday I'll figure out why they're breaking, but not today. Today is not the day. Thank you so much, Tosh. Cotton says, the Lego movie is hilarious, I swear to God. It's literally like one of my fave movies ever. It's so good. Like it just has everything. Also, the perspective on this house is a little off. I'm gonna try to fix it. I just need to... Sorry, the roof was bothering me. It was a little off. That looks a little better to me now. Sometimes you just have to like look away from it and you're like, oh yeah, I was painting this for a while. Weird. Also, this has issues now that I'm seeing. Like, there's a wall here that leads to, like, the front. I think I need to make the tunnel smaller. Sorry, you might understand what I'm saying in a second. Like, I basically just need to make the tunnel smaller so that I have room to show that there is, like, another wall right here. Like, it goes up and then it goes over. Oh crap, is this all on one? Oops. But yeah, like it goes out and over. There we go. Stuff. Cotton, have you seen West Side Stories or Venom 2? I have not seen West Side Stories, but I did watch Venom 2. Surprisingly enough, I watched Venom 2 and I didn't watch Venom 1. So that's an interesting thing that I did do. But I didn't think I thought it was fun. It was a fun movie. I'm not a big fan of the like genre of Venom, and I think that it would have been a little better had I seen the first movie, but it was a fun watch. Like I had a good time watching Venom 2. And I really like how it tied in with, not like it really tied in with Spider-Man, but I liked the way that they kind of dealt with it, if that kind of made, like, I thought it was cute. I thought that the backstory I got to the Spider-Man end credit stuff like was fun that I got from there. And I don't feel like that's a spoiler. because it's not that big of a thing. And also, if you haven't watched Spider-Man at this point, like, I'm assuming that you don't care, because it's been a long ass time. Like, you've had a lot of chances now to watch Spider-Man. But I haven't seen West Side Stories. I have watched Westworld, which I know is not similar. It just has the word West in it, but that is something that I watched. So I'm adding it to the list. I actually really liked Westworld. Which, again, I know that's not what you were asking me about. Okay, what else is going on? I think these branches are too bright. I don't know if I like that either, but I digress. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on these bushes. There's a lot of like lighter bush over up this way. There. See, we're getting work done. Sorry I'm not talking as much. I'm just trying to like get stuff in. Okay, what other HBO shows? So I have watched, obviously I watched Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I also have watched, oh, I know I've watched more. I've been watching Love Life. I'm not through season 2 yet, but I've watched all of season 1. I haven't watched Euphoria yet, but everyone has been telling me it's really good, so I'm going to try to watch that. Whenever I have a free second, that isn't being taken up by everything else in my life. And, oh my god, I know I've watched other, I mean, obviously Game of Thrones, but we don't talk about Game of Thrones because it ended so badly. What else have I watched? I haven't watched Succession. Man, I haven't watched a lot of what they're saying is popular on HBO. Okay, comedies. Maybe comedies, because I'm kind of a comedy person. What are like, just give me like the most popular ones. Not like the ones that you want to be popular at HBO. Just give me like actual. Obviously Euphoria though is the first one. God, I feel like I've watched something else. What about you guys? Do you guys have favorite HBO shows? I'm like watching just, oh god, did I watch are these movies? These look like movies. Oh, it's apparently Silicon Valley is HBO. I didn't really watch that though. I've watched a little bit of it. I guess I've been watching a lot more Apple TV stuff lately because I've been watching like Ted Lasso. I'm watching Severance right now. Oh my god, Severance is a mind fuck, but it is really good. And I've been watching like the Disney Marvel stuff, like those shows. I didn't like What If though, which is kind of sad because I feel like it's going to tie in a little bit with the new Doctor Strange movie. Yeah, none of these shows look familiar to me. Veep? Veep? Never watched Veep. Succession. I feel like I should watch Succession too. I've heard good things about Succession. Obviously Game of Thrones is on here. Oh yeah, I also didn't watch The Sopranos. Yeah, apparently one of the shows is called Veep. I haven't watched it. I just want a puppy. Is that too much to ask, universe? Yes! Oh my god, I want a puppy too. I want a corgi. I want a corgi so bad. I will literally like die if I can have a corgi. I want a corgi so bad. I like think about having a corgi. Oh, I must be on the wrong layer. No, I'm on the right layer. Okay. Whew. Why is my that should not be allowed. I want a corgi so bad. What kind of dog do you want, Cotton? You can't just say puppy and then not talk to me about puppies. I have a problem. So. Okay, I'm just gonna break up this like very bright patch of the green that I created because it is not really vibing with me right now. And I'm gonna put like a tree is right here. So I'm gonna just kind of pretend like the tree goes up in here and then, you know, stuff, tree stuff. Aw, Cotton, thank you so much for the 25 bits. You're so nice. Thank you. I'm just gonna keep copying my thing. It's really easy to fix the alerts thing. I just don't know why they just want to hang out, you know? They just want to be your friend. Thank you so much for the bits. It is unfair how cute corgis are. It is honestly it should be a war crime. I want one though, so bad. I would give my heart and soul to a lot of, maybe not the devil, but I would give my heart and soul to a lot of people to get a freaking corgi. Like, they're just so perfect. Like, how am I supposed to live my life when I know that there are just corgis out there being perfect? I can't. I just can't. They're the closest thing we've to a Disney animal. True, though. And, like, Yamper from Pokemon, I'm just like, I love you. You are everything that we ever could have needed, and you're beautiful. I'm just gonna do some really bright highlights sparingly throughout this comp to give it a little gumption, but not a lot. Okay, now we have foliage. I need to fix the path thing. Where did I put the path thing? Did I put it on this layer? Oh, sorry, I turned on Siri and she's like, I don't know what you mean by the pathing. Oh, duh. It's all the way down here. Okay, I'm gonna make this layer a lot darker because it is too pretty and distracting right now. I don't want us to look at the ground, you know? Look at my cat. She like just gets to do whatever she wants in the world. I will say though, like the Disney animals are like they really are very creative with that. And okay, also another tangent, Kiki's delivery service. I don't like that in the original version, she doesn't get to talk to Gigi anymore. Like how am I supposed to be okay with that? Honestly. Because I'm not. Like, I get that it's supposed to show that she grew up and all that stuff. But to me, like, her being able to talk to Gigi again is like the full circle of that she controlled her powers and like knows herself, but is open to herself still. Like, I love in Kiki's delivery service when in the dub where she gets to talk to Gigi again. Like, can you imagine having a talking cat and then never being able to talk to that cat again? I wouldn't be okay. I wouldn't be okay. Just gonna put some stuff here. Okay, so far, I feel like these perspective lines are getting in my way now. I did make them literally as visible as possible, so. So, like, to be fair, they were never gonna be select, and then let's do like a. There we go. That's much easier to look at. OMG Fauna, have I ever sent you the link where it shows Kiki's delivery service is shown as the same movie in Spider-Man 2? No! No, my god! I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. What? That. Okay, breathe, Fauna. Breathe. I'm already way too excited about this. Not surprising though. Okay, I will allow you time. Let me know if you need to send the link in here and I'll permit you again too. I love Kiki's Delivery Service. It's one of my favorite Ghibli movies. They do such a good job. Like, it's such a good movie. I love those little, like, slice of life movies. I think they're perfect. Cotton says no. Oh no, Cotton. You worry me when you say no. Their account is private now. Oh, really? That's weird. I feel like that is becoming more of a thing, though. I like these colors a lot. I'm actually very happy with the color choices. I do need to give this house more windows, though. I've been kind of skimping on the whole house having windows thing. Well, I'm happy to know that it's a thing. I'm trying to think about what in Spider-Man 2 would connect it to Kiki's Delivery Service. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm coming up like... The link that shows Kiki's Delivery Service is the same movie as Spider-Man. Okay, same movie. So in Kiki's Delivery Service, she goes off on her own to become a witch, and Tom Holland goes off on his own to not get in a lot of trouble. And then they encounter something very magical. I mean, I guess I can see it. Yeah, actually. It's like Kiki and Peter facing burnout and then giving up on their powers to live a normal life. Yes, because Spider-Man is just like, bro, I'm so tired of being Spider-Man. My life sucks. Like, I don't ever get to do anything that I want. The girl of my dreams is right in front of me, and I have to go lie to her and pretend that I am not Spider-Man, and then I gotta go defeat this bad guy, and he's gonna ruin my life. I see it. I do. I like really feel for Peter's arcs. In all of the Spider-Man movies, like it's a lot to go through. Like if I was in high school, I wouldn't be having my YOLO best time, having to deal with all that. Like absolutely not. Oh man, this is off. Sorry, I just had to fix the perspective on this. It's still a little off, but I don't think anyone will care a lot. Then they talk to an old woman who reminds them what their purpose is. Also, this is Tobey's Spider-Man 2. Oh, I'm like, that makes sense. Okay. Because I was like remembering the whole movie, and I'm like, I guess that's Peter's arc if you sum it up to like that smaller part. Like it like the No Way Home, or not No Way Home, Far From Home. Far From Home, No Way Home, Homecoming. Yeah, Far From Home is a little different, so that makes sense. They're both in movies that transport disaster strikes and they have to save the city. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Kiki's Delivery Service, like, kind of goes off. Like, it's just like, yeah, you know what? Let's just randomly have this whole thing occur at the end of the movie. It's like, oh, okay, damn. I think I'm gonna put another tree here. tree doesn't actually exist here, but I think that it will be good for the comp. If I like put enough effort into drawing another tree and not just like throwing a bunch of colors into the void. Toby loses his powers from performance and social anxiety, and he gives up being Spider-Man since he can't balance life. God damn. Okay, how? How did they make the same? That's amazing that they made like literally the same movie. I'm vibing with it. I love it. I love Spider-Man. Okay, Cotton, you're making me remember that I really need to go watch the Toby and the Andrew movies. Ugh. It's not that I'm annoyed that I have to go watch them. It's just that I'm annoyed that I haven't watched them. You know, like it was way past time. I should have already watched them in my life. Okay, that's the roof. This building the yellow building looks so off when I look at it. There we go. I'm like, something is wrong with this yellow building and I'm just not seeing it. It's just a little crooked. Oh, I'm getting a lot of wind. Yeesh. Okay. I'm like, something is really crooked about this building. Sometimes flipping the canvas is all you have to do. Already looks so much better. I'm going to put more house here though. Oh my god, that was bothering me so much. Okay, anything else crooked that wants to just jump out at my eyes? Now is the time. The main pink building is fine, which is good. The trees are a little crooked, but I feel like, you know, they're trees. They have personality. They're supposed to be crooked. You know what? Just watch Spider-Man 2 for Toby and Amazing Spider-Man for Garfield. Okay. I can do that. I swear I've already watched like a bunch of them, you know? It's just like what you remember after it having been so long since watching them. Okay, now the trees are a little less crooked. This one in the front is crooked, but like on purpose. Okay. Well, my back hurts because I've actually kind of been painting all day. So I think I'm actually going to, it's been about 3 hours, so I think we're gonna call stream now. I feel like we got really far though, which is awesome because I just wanted to like do something with y'all. Oh, Cotton says I have a question. Oh, please, Cotton, you have to, I will hold stream forever until we answer this question. But yeah, anyways, while Cotton is thinking of that, this is basically gonna be the end of stream. Next week we'll stream not Animal Crossing, we'll stream Legends Arceus, which will be so much fun because I'm trying to 100% the decks. So we have a lot to do. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I think we can do it. I have faith in us. No end stream. I know. I just like, it is so beautiful out. I need to like get my life together. I need to do spring cleaning. I need to go outside. Thank you for the stream. Oh, of course, Cotton. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Okay, what is more iconic, the upside down kiss or the line, with great power comes with great responsibility? That is a really good question, and I think it depends on who you ask. I personally think that in general, it's probably the with great power comes with great responsibility, but I feel like at the exact same time, you know who it is if it's an upside down kiss. Like, you know exactly who's doing the kissing. Like, but the thing about with great power is that it is so iconic that people like make jokes about it being like a Benjamin Franklin quote. Like, it's so iconic that we pretend it's not from Spider-Man. Like, we're like, oh yeah, that's something that a really old politician guy said who was really smart. Like, we literally like have added back history to it. So I feel like because of that, it is with great power, but I could be persuaded either way, because truly, if you see the upside down kiss, you know who we're talking about. Okay, with that being said, I will see you guys later, next week, this week, whatever. I hope you guys have a great week. Stay happy, stay hydrated, or, don't stay happy. Live your life. You don't have to listen to me. But I will see you guys later. Have a nice rest of your day. I will say that. You have to have a nice rest of your day. I mean, I guess you don't have to. You know what I mean? I'm I'm gonna stop talking. Goodbye, everybody.